Hi, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to be reacting to 4 Seasons Why and Fine by the one and only Taeyeon. Okay, so if you've watched any reaction to Girls' Generation as a group, then you may know that I started reacting to them because my friend Anis recommended them to me for our Discovery series. And we are finally back for our 2nd season. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Of course, as always, if you liked my video at the end of it, please don't forget to leave a like and maybe consider subscribing if you want to, and if you want to see what other groups Anis will be recommending to me. And also, I have a Patreon account where I post album listens and things like that, so if you're interested to see that, the link is in the description. And also, I still have a giveaway going on for 1 more week until Valentine's Day. So if you want to win an album of your choice or merch of your choice, then go check out my community tab. There you will find all the rules and all the limitations and all of the things that you need to enter my giveaway. And I won't talk anymore. I'll just let Anis explain what he'll be showing me this season.
Welcome to the wondrous landscape of 2nd gen K-pop. This generation that opened the floodgates of K-wave to the rest of the world and made it sensation that it is. This season, we will focus on the female acts originated from this golden era and let Sarah know the essentials of K-pop. As a Seoan myself, my first pick is kinda a cop-out. She is perhaps K-pop's biggest solo artist ever. She is actually the biggest solo artist in K-pop. And that is Taeyeon. Taeyeon is literally a living legend. A living legend. Not only she has this monstrous vocals that can blow anyone out of the water, but she also is a very kind person, and let's not even talk about her divine visuals. What makes Taeyeon so special for me is that she can adapt successfully to any formula. If she's a solo artist or if she's in a group, there's always a talent peeking through the waves, and she's not one of those type of people who try to steal the show. And yet, everyone's eyes go to Taeyeon. That's what Taeyeon is. It's just like, not that she is seeking the spotlight, but the spotlight follows her. This is music at its finest. And of course, I know you have a soft spot for Taeyeon.
Ooh. Oh, she's pretty. Ooh. Oh my god, I have goosebumps. Ooh. Oh. Ew. Ooh. The fuck?
I didn't pick Taeyeon's song I, even though that's probably her most iconic song, but you know what? I know that you will react to that song, so I'm just choosing these 3 that I want to see right now. Nothing else left to say, and now enjoy this beautiful ear candy.
Okay, so I felt kind of uncomfortable during all those zooms on my mouth, but you know, ooh is really the only word that I can describe Taeyeon with. I think he pretty much said everything, so let's go straight into it. I only have to add one thing. Since I'm reacting to 3 videos in this video, I don't think I'll have too much time to get into detail on the music videos. I will speak about everything that stands out to me, but just so you know that I won't extensively talk about each music video because I just don't have the time. Let me read the lyrics for 4 Seasons first. Okay, so the lyrics seem to be a kind of a love song, but more like a breakup song saying, we were really in love and I gave you a lot of my time and we were really happy together and we had good times, but I'm gonna let you go because I don't know how I feel about you anymore. Relatable. I've been there. And I'm expecting the video to be slow, the song to be slow, the video to be slow and probably full of depictions of the four seasons, even though she never mentioned fall, which is interesting. Maybe sad a little bit and like kind of fairy tale-y romantic. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited. Let's watch Four Seasons by the one and only Taeyeon. Stop, you're so pretty. Oh my god.
정말 너를 사랑했을까?
Oh, this is very interesting. Very artistic. This sounds familiar. I feel like I've heard this before, the chorus, or like the beginning of it. Definitely very nice, I like it. It sounds more happy than I expected. I love that set. Oh, that's so cool. I like the song a lot. She's so good. Oh, just the guitar and the drum. Ooh. Queen, ugh. Oh, that was so nice. That was so simple. I love that. That was so beautiful. Okay, the song was very different than I expected. I thought it would be more like piano and like sad, but it was actually kind of like cheery and like ding ding, I'm making my way downtown, get out of this relationship, oh yeah, kind of like that. So I really like the song. It's really nice, and she didn't even flex, her voice is so amazing and she can hit all of these notes, and she doesn't even need to, because even if she sings just like casually, she sounds amazing. About the video, I really like this video. First of all, this is weird to describe. I don't know if anyone will understand what I'm trying to explain, but this video feels like a museum or like an art gallery. Like every shot is like an art piece in itself. Like, I'm not trying to like kiss ass with that. It's just like the feeling you get from it, because of all of these, like, we have these statues and like these like abstract artistic images kind of, and just overall it just looks so, I don't know another word to describe it, just like it looks like art, but like the art that hangs in a museum. Like it feels really high class and elegant and high-end production and all of that. In the beginning, I was also feeling, especially since they added this here with this like outline and the text, I was kind of feeling like it was kind of like a dia show, which I kind of agree with still, because all of these shots that we had here in the beginning, the camera wasn't really moving that much. So it was kind of like, you know what it looks like when you have like a dia show, like really old ones where it's like the picture is shaking a little bit. It kind of reminded me of that, because the camera doesn't like pan or tilt or anything like that. It doesn't move around. For the most part, if I remember, it stays pretty static, and it's just maybe it is like a little like push in or zoom in or something. But all of these images, like they're pretty much static. Like here's the first time where we have some kind of slight movement, but still like there's no like really big camera movements or anything like that. So maybe that's also why it adds to that feeling of like a museum, because everything is so still. Like this could easily be a painting that hangs in a museum. This is the first time when we actually have a really like noticeable camera move where it like goes to the side. But still, like I feel this just reminds me of like, you know, like very artistic modern dance performances when the artist and the dancer is, you know, doing their thing and dancing. There's like projections behind them to like give the mood and like kind of help the story that they're telling. Just reminds me of that, just like an art piece, a performance or something like that. I mean, here's some slight movement, but I don't know if you get what I'm trying to explain. But that was mostly, as I said, mostly here in the beginning when I had that feeling. Yeah, I mean, I did notice, you know, I mean, the song's called Four Seasons. She speaks about the four seasons. I mean, there's like snowfall, and then we have flowers with spring, and I feel like this is kind of a combination of all of them maybe. I really like this set so much. That's such beautiful production design. Like it reminds me a little bit of All Night by Astro because of all of the flowers, and just it looks so like delicate and beautiful and just so much detail in it. And she's beautiful too. The lighting, everything about this video is stunning. It just looks so rich and full of grace and art. I don't know if I'm explaining it right. There's a lot of playing around with depth of field as well. Like here, very shallow depth of field. Everything is out of focus except the one thing that we're focusing on. I suppose this gel-like stuff is like supposed to resemble her tears maybe or something. Also, her styling is beautiful as well. Obviously, she's so beautiful. This too, like it just looks like just pure art. Oh my god, she's so pretty. Oh my god, stop it. This is so beautiful. It's so simple because again, like really all they're focusing on is the production design and the locations and the sets, and they don't even need any big camera movements. They don't need any crazy lighting effects or anything. It's very simple. It's just very beautiful. And I like this set too. It's kind of like she's waiting at the bus stop to like be picked up or something, or like she's ready to go but she can't quite leave yet or something. And this also reminds me a little bit of Hua by J Idol, and also of 24 Hour by 17, which you'll be watching soon, Anis. Yay! I wouldn't know exactly what to talk about. I really love this video. It's very simple, and I like simple on a technical basis. All the complicated stuff is in the art of it, I guess. Okay, the next song we have is Why. I read through the lyrics. I'm not quite sure if it's about a relationship or if it's just about something else, but I understand the lyrics kind of like she's thinking about leaving someone or a place or a situation because she feels like there is better things out there, but she doesn't, and she doesn't understand why she can't leave, kind of. That's what I understand from the lyrics. As you may know, I suck at interpreting lyrics, so that might be completely wrong, and if it is, let me know. Or maybe the video will shed some light on it as well. Let's listen and watch Taeyeon's Why. Ooh. She's so cute. Oh, cool thing. Queen of Beers?
함께 걸어갈 낯선 곳을 그리다 또 결국엔 어쩌난 긴 한숨에 멈춰.
That's so pretty. Who's driving? Oh! Oh, I like the song very much. This is making me miss summer. Like, I'm a winter person, but when I see this, I kind of feel like I want to hang out outside and not freeze. Okay, sure. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, fun. Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. Ooh. She is so cool. How to be Taeyeon. Are we not seeing the guy she bumped into? Don't tell me he died. Wait, what? Okay, first of all, I like that outro thing where it came up behind her head. Okay, another song that I kind of expected to maybe be a little more sad, and it's not sad at all. This song reminds me a little bit of Don't Wanna Cry by 17 and also of Troye Sivan just in general, which I both love. So I love the song, super up my alley. I love the song. It's super good. And also I feel like the first time I heard a song like this from Taeyeon, because Spark and Four Seasons were kind of similar-ish, that they were kind of like stripped back with guitar, if I remember right. And this one was more like beat heavy and kind of like a pure summer song based on just what it sounds like, even though the lyrics again aren't very happy. I don't know what happened in the story. Like back here, I feel like he died. Maybe then she's trying to move on from him because he died, and she's like, I can't move on. Why? I don't know. I'm a little confused on that part. Also, because she bumped into some guy here when she was ketchup, mustard, salting this poor guy. But this guy, like, she bumps into him and we never see him again. So I don't know. Maybe that's how they met. I don't know if I would go out with Taeyeon if I met her while she was spraying some guy with mustard and ketchup. But, you know, Then I look at her face and I'm like, never mind, I can trust you with my life. The video is obviously very different from the first video. It's very playful and very colorful and really fun. Like, again, as I said, it's really freeing, and I'm not a summer person. I prefer like fall and winter over summer, but this really makes me want to go outside in the sun and like have a good time. Here I thought maybe that in the beginning here I thought maybe we were gonna spend the whole video with the car and her like driving and like stopping and being like, I don't know which way to go. But no, I don't know if I necessarily understand the story in the video, because we don't get introduced to the guy until like midway through the video, and then at the very end we see a picture of him and her together. Otherwise we don't never see him, and I don't necessarily understand the story in the video, but I don't know if there is one to be understood. The color correction in these shots here by the house is interesting, because it's the blues are really purple. So I don't know if this is maybe present day and everything else is a memory, or this is like a flashback and everything else is present day. But I feel like it's very distinct. Oh, someone was recording her. I only now noticed that. Fist, dog, bubble, slide, wind. Okay, I don't know what that means. Bubble, I mean, she does go in the bubble bath. Dog, the hot dog thing. Fist. Maybe that's like another word that you call like a bomb into the pool. And then wind, what else does she do? She goes skating. Maybe that could be slide. And then that's bubbles. And then wind could be this then. Maybe it's like a bucket list that she's working down, things that she still wanted to do with him, something like that. I don't know. I'm reading a lot into this video, probably don't have to. I really like that everything is real, that there is no green screen or CGI or anything. That's really pretty. I love this setting, the colors again, and the camera work. Everything about this is just stunning. The section, the music, but also the video really reminded me of Troye Sivan Youth. The video specifically came to my mind probably because of the fairy lights, and otherwise, oh my god, this is so beautiful. I don't know if I'm guessing that they color corrected the water to be this intense, or they have like lighting underwater, because that water looks insane but super cool. Apple is the password, and then it opens, and then there's a miss me note in it. So maybe he was like ill and he knew he was gonna die and left that. I don't know. Let me know about this video. I'd be really interested to know what it's all about. But I really like it. Basically, in both of these videos, they're basing their video on the cinematography, like what you see, and then just cutting it together. There's no like green screen or CGI or anything like that. It's very natural, everything, and I really like that. I love that. Even though I love CGI and editing and stuff, but I really appreciate it when you can see everything and you can see that it's all real. I really like that. So the last song we have is Fine. Okay, I read the lyrics for Fine. I think the song is about a breakup, and she's saying, it's like she's kind of like still in love with the person and saying she's not okay, she's not feeling okay, and she's kind of hoping that the other person feels the same way. Then, I guess, let's go.
어제 머리 했어. 색도 좀 바꿔.
Okay, wait, maybe I should turn on subtitles then. No, it doesn't. Okay.
어제는 좀 이상하게 시간이 남더라고.
Oh, I like your shoes.
아니, 지금 내가 너랑 왜 통화하고 있는지도 잘 모르. 알았어. 잘 지내.
찢어진 종이 조각에 담아낸 나의 진심에 선명해져 Something about you Yeah, 나를 많이 닮은 듯 다른 넌 혹시 나
cool effect.
지금 괜한 기대를 해 하루 한 달 1년쯤 되면 서로 다른 일상을 살아가 나는 아니야 쉽지 않을 것 같아요 여전하게도 넌 내 하루하루를 채우고 아직은 아니야 바보처럼 되뇌는 나 입가에 맴도는 말을 삼킬 수 없어
This is the kind of song that I was expecting. from both the other songs. Ugh. She's so good.
너를 지금 묶은 채 어지러운 밤을 정리해 찾고 있어 something new 가끔 이렇게 감당할 수 없는 뭐라도 해야 할 것만 같은 기분에 괜히 움직이곤 해
Interesting.
하루 한 달 1년 그쯤이면 웃으며 추억할 거라 했지만 나는 아니야 쉽지 않을 것 같아요 여전하게도 넌 내 하루하루를 채우고 아직은 아니야 바보처럼 되뇌는 나 입가에 맴도는 말을 삼킬 수 없어 It's not fine It's not fine It's not It's not fine 의미 없는 농담 주고받는 대화 사람들 틈에 난 아무렇지 않아 보여 부딘 척 웃음을 지어 보이며 너랑 그늘을 했어 외면해보지 마 우리 마지막 그 순간이 자꾸 떠올라
Oh. Oh no, stop it. I'm gonna cry. That's not funny. Oh, no.
마지막 그 순간이 자꾸
Don't do that to me.
잘 지내란 말이 전부였던 담담한 이별 아직은 아니야 바보처럼 되뇌는 그만 입가에 맴도는 말을 삼킬 수 없어 It's not fine It's not
Girl.
It's not fine.
Girl, I have to tell you. I don't know if this story is about him breaking up with you or you breaking up with him, but if he broke up with you, he's just fucking stupid. Who would break up with this girl? Honestly. Look at her, listen to her. I mean, okay. This song and also the video sometimes reminded me a little bit of Yuna's When the Wind Blows, which was a very nice song and video and made me very emotional. I think it's also kind of about the same topics, like a breakup and thinking back about it, things like that. I like the song. It's definitely, like, this is kind of the song that I expected from the other two songs. So it's kind of cool that she made, I don't exactly remember now what the lyrics were about, but I feel like they were all kind of about a similar thing, about a breakup, I think. So it's really cool that she made 3 very different songs about kind of a similar topic. So that's really cool. This video is also really cool. I think, again, we have no sets. I think this is all on location, which is great. I love these effects that they use throughout the video. This with like it looks like a photograph and you can see like the wrinkles of the paper. I love that effect. And then the effects at the end here with the graffiti over certain, like over his eyes or his face or things like that. And all of these effects that they use throughout the video is really cool. Like this with the paper cutouts of the things that are not there anymore. I love that. That's really cool. It's really creative and like whimsical and fun and cute, and I really like that. I was kind of like not laughing, I was kind of like giggling here because it's so obvious that they recorded her voice over in the studio and not on set because we never see her mouth moving. I was kind of waiting for when we actually see her speak, but then they just kind of cut around her mouth the whole time, so I was like noticing it. I was like, oh, okay, now when she's back, turning the back to the camera, that's when she speaks. That's not a problem, anything. I just like, I noticed it and it made me giggle, I guess. I don't know for sure, but this location here reminds me of Zombie by Day 6. Might be the same street or like the same place or like the same area that they filmed it in, which is nice. I now relate this street with sadness. So if I ever go to, I'm assuming this is in Seoul, If I ever go there and walk this street, I'll be sad. Thanks to Taeyeon and Day 6. Yeah, here these effects are really, really cool. I really like this a lot. Like all of this effect, like here, like this where everything is kind of like blurry, and like the paper effect, and I really like this. It's so fun, and so I've never seen it in a video, I think. It's really, really cool. I really like that a lot. I mean, the story seems to be pretty much just her remembering everything. I also don't know if he's the same guy from Y. Maybe they're connected or something. Could be. I'm not sure. I really like these cameras that they have here. Like here they have a camera on the door. That's really interesting. I've never seen that. That's really interesting and really cool. It almost feels like, I don't know if this is true, but it almost kind of reminds me of someone disassociating from their body. Like seeing all of these weird angles of yourself doing things, but not really feeling like you're really there doing the things. Kind of like having an out-of-body experience or something. That's really interesting. I've never seen this done before like this. Like here the camera on the laptop and things like that. It's really cool. They use a lot of different techniques and a lot of different things to illustrate all the feelings and all the thoughts she's having. It's really sweet. I really appreciate that. It does kind of then leave me feeling a little bit like the videos, like a little bit all over the place, because they use so many techniques, like with the paper and the photographs, and then the camera placement, and then like the cutouts of things that disappear, and then later the graffiti. Like it's a lot of different elements, but there might be a reason behind it, so I don't know. And it's not bothering me too much. Yeah, it's just a lot of different things that they incorporated in the video. This almost made me cry here. This kind of reminds me of Yuna's video when we see the two together, and then no, don't remind me of that video. And then here everything gets super blurry and everything like has these like graffitis on it. It's really cool. I really like these effects. It's really, really cool. And then I think at the end here we have no effects at all. I think everything's clear from here on out, right? So maybe she's writing her thoughts into the diary, and that kind of makes her clear her head, so then we don't have any more of these effects. Maybe that's kind of like the metaphor or the message here or something, and she's kind of like able to move on. Okay, so that was my reaction to these 3 songs. Obviously, Taeyeon is the queen, and we already knew that. I really liked all of these songs. They were great. I think they're all for kind of different moods, especially Fine. I think that falls into the category with When the Wind Blows. When I'm like super sad and I feel like crying, I'll put on Fine. Yes, otherwise I really, really liked it. I really like her videos. All the videos that I've seen by her so far, I really like them. I don't know if I want to say they're all very different, but I feel like they all have a very unique thing about them. I like everything about Taeyeon. I like her voice, I like her face, I like her videos, I like her songs. She's amazing. So thank you very much, Anas, for recommending these 3 songs to me. I'm already excited for who you're recommending me in 2 weeks. And also, of course, this is a collab series, so please go watch Anas's video. I am, for now, recommending him all the 17 that I can, and I'm trying to make him fall in love with 17 as much as I did. So if you want to see that, his journey into carrotism, then go watch his reaction to the hip-hop unit of 17. It's linked in the description. And yes, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. And as always, a huge thank you goes to all of my patrons, especially Isabel, Pineapple Senpai, Heiho Jaiho, and you, Anas, for being a patron and supporting me. If you want to see what I do on my Patreon, then the link is in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!